If you've ever wanted to grow your own vegetables and felt a little overwhelmed by it, this video is for you. Today we have picked the 8 easiest vegetables to grow, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what climate zone you live in, or no matter what experience you have. These vegetables are perfect if you're a beginner and they don't require a lot of effort. We're choosing vegetables that don't require a long growing season. You don't need to have advanced gardening skills to grow them, and they don't need constant attention. Grow them in the right season and they'll do most of the work for you. Be sure you stick around until the end because we're going to give you 4 bonus companion plants that deter pests, attract pollinators, and make it even easier for you. So let's get started. Number 1 is lettuce, because it's possibly one of the easiest things to grow. Lettuce is great because it's a cold season crop. You can sow them directly outside in the spring or in the fall. One of my favorite things about lettuce is you can tuck them around other plants. So if you have space in your garden beds, you can just sprinkle the seeds in the spaces you have and they'll grow in between your other plants. You can even grow lettuce in pots and containers. Now, if you're a beginner, I suggest that you choose leaf lettuce instead of lettuce heads. Leaf lettuce is easier because you can just harvest them when they're ready and cut them at the very bottom of the lettuce, and they'll grow back fast and you'll be able to harvest them again soon. Number 2 is beans, because it's a great source of protein. So the great thing about beans is you can grow any kind. They're all easy to grow. Now, beans like a little warmer weather, so you can seed them directly outside as soon as the summer starts. They're fast growers, very productive, and great for beginners. And remember, they're going to need a trellis to climb on. Number 3 is peas, because they're very sweet and they're very easy to grow. Peas are a cool season crop. They're so hardy, they can even survive a little snow. You can plant them in early spring or fall, and you'll be rewarded with a crop of very yummy sweet peas. So there are 2 main types of peas. One is where you can eat the whole thing. You can even eat the pod. The other type of pea is where you have to take off the pod and eat only the peas inside. Now, I recommend the first one, and the variety that I would recommend is sugar snap peas. They're very easy, and you can eat the whole thing. Number 4 is zucchini, because honestly, it grows itself. It likes a warm climate, so it likes to grow in your garden in the summertime and will die in the fall when it starts to get cold. But the good thing about zucchini is you can start seeding it indoors if you live in a cold climate 3 weeks before you plant it outside. They can be on a windowsill, and they'll do just fine when you plant them outside in the garden. And if you live in a warmer climate, you can seed them straight outside, directly in your vegetable beds. You'll only need a few zucchini plants and you'll have more zucchini than you'll know what to do with. Another recommendation I want to make when it comes to zucchini, there's 2 types of zucchini, 2 varieties I've grown in many different climates, and those are Black Beauty, and the other kind is Romanesco, an Italian variety. Number 5 is garlic, because it's one of the most satisfying things to grow. It's great because you can have it in nearly all your dishes, and the good thing about garlic is you can store it throughout the winter. So garlic you plant in the fall, and you'll break the garlic up into cloves and stick them into the ground, and then you leave them all winter, and then you'll see them start to pop up in the spring, and then by the middle of the summer you'll have lots of garlic to harvest. Hi guys, our mission is to support and empower you to grow your own food. Hope you like this video, and thank you so much for supporting the Soil Sisters. Number 6 is cherry tomatoes. I usually don't recommend tomatoes for beginners, but I'm going to make an exception this time because I can't fathom having a garden without tomatoes in it. I love tomatoes, and cherry tomatoes are very easy to grow. They're also sweet, productive, and don't need any pruning. Another reason why I'm recommending them is because you can grow them inside on your windowsill in the spring if you live in a colder climate, and plant them directly outside when the summer comes. They also yield a lot of tomatoes, and they're yummy to pick as a snack when you walk around in your garden. The two varieties that I love the most are black cherry and sun gold because they're very sweet. Number 7 is carrots because they're surprisingly easy and they can handle neglect. Now you sow them in your garden in the spring, and you got to water them a little bit in the beginning, but then you can basically leave them to take care of themselves. The variety I recommend are Nantes. They're from France, they're easy to grow, and they store well. Number 8 is potatoes because they are the true plant it and forget it crop. They only take a couple of months and they're ready to harvest. You can even grow them in grow bags or in containers. So they're very easy to grow and they give you lots and lots of food. They're also easy to store, and you can store them throughout the winter and have lots of food for the winter. So that's my final recommendation. So let's summarize here a bit. In the spring, you're going to be sowing carrots, peas, lettuce, and you're going to be planting your potatoes. And in the summer, you're going to be planting your beans, your zucchini, and your tomatoes. And in the fall, don't forget your garlic. So not only are these easy vegetables to grow, but I've also given you a wide variety of different food. Garlic, for example, is good for flavoring. You have lettuce, you can make salads, you can make soups, you can make stews. And beans are very high in protein, and you can store your carrots and potatoes during the winter. And don't forget the zucchini, because you can make zucchini pasta out of it. You can keep it dried for the winter, and then you can also make a yummy zucchini bread. So now I'm going to give you the 4 bonus plants that I promised you. They're companion plants. They deter pests and attract pollinators and make your life a lot easier. So the first one we're going to start with is chives. Now chives is a perennial and it's a bulb. And if you plant it in your garden, it will spread and it will last forever and you'll never need to plant it again. Now, if you want a little shortcut, you can go to your local nursery and get an organic chive plant and put it in your garden and make it even easier for yourself. Okay, my second bonus plant is basil. Now, basil loves tomatoes. And if you plant basil with your tomatoes, they'll protect the tomatoes. Also make your tomatoes taste better. I also think basil is yummy in salads and great in your tomato pasta sauces. So I don't think you should be without basil in your garden. Number 3 is nasturtiums. Now, nasturtiums are incredibly easy to grow. You can throw the seeds down in your garden beds, and they grow really well with lettuce. And then when you're picking your lettuce, you can pick the flowers of the nasturtiums because you can actually eat them, and they're very tasty in your salads. Not only that, but they look beautiful both in your garden and in your salad. Okay, so the 4th one is marigolds. Now, marigolds are incredibly easy. Just throw the seeds down in your beds in the spring, and they'll protect your lettuce and your carrots from bunnies and also pests. So that's my final and 4th recommendation for companion planting, and good luck with your garden. If you want to know more about companion planting, check out our video called Companion Planting Made Easy. Save time and fight pests naturally. Because plants need friends too. So now you have the 8 easiest vegetables to grow, along with your 4 companion plants that make your life a lot easier. So if you feel like you're a little bit more confident in your gardening now, give us a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to subscribe because we will be growing a garden from scratch this spring, and we'd love for you to join us. Let's grow together.